Hello, I'm Jerry Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for October 20th, 2016. Looking at the leaderboard, Risto did a little bit better than I did, and several others had apparently really good runs, with 945 being the top from Chupacabra, a Squeaky Penguin, Copper, Risto again, Dave, Neg, and Emilis, as I'll say it. And honestly, almost all of those look like they took radiation damage, except maybe Copper and Chupacabra. Maybe Neg as well. It's entirely possible to take an even number of radiation damage so that it would look entirely ordinary. I think you take 4 per tick, so if you took 5 ticks of damage, that would be 20, so you could look like you have a normal score, but the 7s and the 8s are definitely radiation damage. And that room was dangerous. That's all I can say there. So, stayed on the leaderboard, but not by much. Congratulations, Risto and Chupacabra. Today, I'm getting into this much later than usual. I don't know why the timer isn't on there. That's odd. But we already have several people with very neutral scores. 580, 560, 540, and 530 are all about in the same areas that you start in. 440 means that somebody lost a little bit, maybe even a drone, maybe was able to recover it. And the zeros, well, we know what those mean. So, this one might even be worse than yesterday, which yesterday was pretty bad. Today we have Lure, not my favorite, but I'm getting more used to it. 2 infestation types on the government B. And a collector. Collector means in the worst case scenario, we have trap, and we have an interface here that I can use. Have 1 defense. Now we have 2 infestation types, so it is possible. I'm gonna double check that. 2 infestation types, so it's possible we have slime. I didn't notice that first generator. I'm gonna check that out. Okay, still has defense, and 4 or 5 have a turret. Okay, this room has the turret. My hands are off a little bit today, apparently. Keep an eye out. Now, if nothing's moved in there yet, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm actually gonna bring 3 in. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, I can't. Okay, so I'm hoping it'll avoid the slime. That is all I can do right now. I'm going to have to leave that trap behind, and I picked up nothing else. So I've got a little bit of scrap, a drone, which is actually huge. And actually, I can dock to A4, pick up this trap just for aesthetic purposes. I am not going to be able to close these doors because at this point, it's just not worth it. If I had remote power, I could do a lot more. And that means this is going to be a fantastically short... I want to see how short this is. I want to see if I can possibly close these. I know I won't be able to. Stuff is already on top of it. That really is very frustrating. I only know those two doors. Nope. I do have a plan, though. I actually have a plan. This may not work, but if it does... Okay, so it didn't work. It destroyed everything in that room, which means I can't do anything. My plan, because I have Collector, and I wish I'd thought about this sooner, but I really didn't have any way to use it because I had drones on the ship still. If I had closed D22 and opened everything else, or even if I'd left D22 open, actually that would have been it. Move all my drones onto R1, and just said whatever. I wish I'd done that now. I really do. If I'd opened everything, had only drone 2 in R2, opened everything and immediately moved drone 2 out, and open A4 first, that would have vented a lot of the ship. And because I have Collector, some of it would have been kept. Unfortunately, I didn't plan ahead enough. I wish I'd thought about that sooner, especially with nothing being in R4. It would have made a lot more sense. It would have made things run a lot better. I've collected 2 scrap. Now, looking at my drone health, that is fantastically low. That is incredibly low. So, my score is 580, and that is the best that I saw, which was from Load Ascaris 8,1, which I recognize from my Commodore days. Kind of. I don't know. It looks familiar, at least. Dave had 1 scrap. Lemon Swamp left immediately. I don't know if that means they didn't get scrap, or they got slimed, or they left immediately. Squeaky Penguin took 1 hit, and left immediately. And again, it goes downhill from there. With 2 infestation types and slime, it's very possible there was Swarm. And just as in... Well, actually, I'm going to add another possibility, too. It's possible... Well, it's possible there was Swarm and they tried my idea, but it's also possible it was something else. They tried my idea and they got screwed with timing. But actually, no, that can't be true, because if the ship had collected anything, it would have counted. So I really wish I'd thought about that. I really wish I'd said, okay, I have to get out now. My best case scenario is to open all these doors. I feel really bad about that because it worked for me the one time. That one time I had a ship, and I was able to do that, it worked for me. And I got a couple more scrap. Unfortunately, that's how it's going to be. 580 currently is the top score, and that's the score to beat. It's possible, but if the slime is this aggressive, it's not going to be easy. and you might just have to have a quick thought and act on it, unlike me, in order to get that. So, if you haven't done your own run, good luck. At least from what I've seen, the slime appears to be very aggressive today, and it's entirely possible because we're only seeing even number scores that. I found another? Yeah, I found another drone. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh, actually, right. There was another drone, so that's a huge chunk of score, which means. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it up to Marvin, aka Matt, to figure out the score math, because he's really good at that. I've been about to call him out a couple times saying, oh no, your numbers are wrong, before realizing that he was right. And so I'm going to leave the math up to him. He's really good at that. And just lament that I didn't get a little bit more. So again, if you haven't done your own run, good luck. There's a lot of potential out there if you get lucky. If the slime does not just bear down on you immediately. If you have done your own run, please comment. I'd like to hear of your own experiences with the slime and what the other infestation type is. And what else you found on the ship. If there was another drone or lots of scrap in some room that I may not have even seen. Actually, I saw all the rooms that I powered, so I didn't see any other rooms. And if you liked the video, do please like, and have a good day.